Former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney is usually one of the first people mentioned in a discussion about possible 2012 presidential candidates. But along with many positives, Romney may be burdened by an issue that has already proven to be a rallying cry against Democrats and President Obama.
Thank you. Wow. I guess it is welcome to the Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, President Obama farewell party.
If the GOP primary runs to form, Mitt Romney might be the favorite to win. In 2008, Romney was running second before dropping out when it became clear John McCain would be the nominee.
Mitt Romney is absolutely certain to run. Of all the candidates, he is the most certain to run.
And he has Republican presidential politics in his blood. His father, George, an auto executive, was governor of Michigan, who ran for president in 1968 but lost to Richard Nixon. After amassing a reported $200 million fortune on Wall Street, Mitt, in 1994, unsuccessfully challenged Massachusetts incumbent Senator Ted Kennedy. In 1999, Romney took over a scandal-plagued Salt Lake City Olympic Committee and turned the 2002 Winter Games into commercial success. The next year, he ran for Massachusetts governor and won. His signature achievement as governor, legislation that extended health care coverage to everyone in Massachusetts by employing an array of financial carrots and sticks, such as tax penalties if you didn't buy insurance. Romney Care was one of his main selling points when he ran for president in 2008.
Getting our free market, finally able to allow all of our citizens to have insurance, health insurance, that's something we did in Massachusetts.
But it's turned out to be more and more expensive and less popular as the years have passed. When the passage of Obamacare caused a nationwide uproar in 2010, Romney Care appears to have become Mitt Romney's biggest liability among Republican voters.
I asked you specifically about the health care that you brought to Massachusetts. And obviously, the country has rejected Obamacare, nationalized health care, socialized medicine. You made a very strong defense that there was no similarity in your mind and that there were grave differences. You know, what are those differences in the health care?
Our bill was a state solution to a state problem within the rights of the Constitution. Obamacare is a federal intrusion of power taking over the rights of states and the rights of families, the rights of doctors. It is a massive abuse of constitutional power. And for that reason, I think it needs to be repealed, and we need to do a better job to get health care reformed in a way that makes it work more like a market.
Romney refused to sit down with me for this series, but he has appeared on a number of Fox News programs. Bill O'Reilly also hit him on health care.
Massachusetts has the highest per capita health care costs in the union, in the nation.
And it did before the bill was passed, too.
But isn't it supposed to bring the costs down?
No. What the bill did was to say, look, we're going to solve a problem at the state level. Two big things that are very different than Obamacare. One is states should be able to solve state problems. The federal government should not step in, as the president has, take away the right of states. We solved our problem on a bipartisan basis. We also had the business community, the healthcare community come together.
Romney would much rather talk about something else.
We're going to make the changes necessary to maintain the spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation and creativity.
His plan to turn around the economy.
Romney's greatest strength is economics. If we're still having severe economic dislocation in 2012, Romney can sell his background as a businessman, as savior of the Olympics, as governor of Massachusetts. He fits the bill.
One wonders if Romney would have defeated McCain in 2008 if the financial crisis hit a couple of months before the primaries ended, rather than a couple of months after.
I want to make it very clear that I'm not going to raise taxes. As governor of Massachusetts, I made it very clear there, and I did not raise taxes. We faced a huge budget gap, and I went in and said, you know what? I know some people want to raise taxes, but that's going to hurt working families and scare away jobs. I recognize that raising taxes could also lead to a slowdown in our economy, and so we didn't do it. We balanced our budget, and that's exactly what I'll do with the federal government.
He is also a Mormon. It was thought his religion might hurt him with voters. Not true, according to the polls.
Mormonism is not going to stop Mitt Romney from being president.
What could hurt him with conservative voters is his position on abortion.
I've always been personally pro-life. I've taught that to others. It's been part of my faith. The question for me was, what should government do in this kind of setting?
As an adult, Romney has changed his position on abortion not once, but twice.
Republicans didn't see him as authentic. They didn't know, who is he? Is he a conservative? Is he a moderate?
My friend, your Senator, Marco Rubio. Marco.
Which brings us to Romney's relationship with the Tea Party movement. He did endorse Marco Rubio of Florida. But unlike potential 2012 rivals Sarah Palin and South Carolina Senator Jim DeMint, Romney did not jump in early to endorse anti-establishment candidates such as Christine O'Donnell or Sharon Angle. Unlike many Washington Republicans, he did not gripe when those Tea Party candidates won their primaries. Instead, he wrote them big checks.
Right now, I want to make sure we're using all of our energy and all of our breath to focus on getting Republicans elected tomorrow.
Most believe Romney was trying to play it just right for a 2012 run.
We haven't made our mind up as to even what the process will be or when we'll make our final decision, but I don't think it's any time immediately coming down the track.
It's the energy and passion that's alive here today. It's a spirit that's going all over all of America that says, you know what, we're going to keep the American dream alive and well.
Our 12 in 2012 series continues Tuesday with former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin.